it's the middle of 2025 and you want to know if you should pick up a pair of Ray-Ban Meta sunglasses with arms down, head back, and hold on, because we going for a ride. Let's go. What's up, y'all? It's Tight Shirt Terry Warfield. I'm back for another video. Hope you're having a fantastic day so far. Remember to be thankful for your freaking life today, because you did not have to have that. And I'm sorry if you hear the air conditioning turning on and off and on and off. It is hotter than two pigs partying in this bad boy. Listen, a few things I need to say real quick before we get deep into the meat and potatoes. Number one, and I say this in every Ray-Ban Meta video, listen, this is a piece of stylish, wearable technology on our faces, okay? They look like regular glasses, and that is part of the appeal of the Ray-Ban Metas. There's other smart glasses out there that arguably can do things better than the Ray-Ban Metas, but they look like freaking dork glasses. And if we want all of these things, okay, remember that as this video plays out, if we want the glasses to film in 8K and last for 3 days and all this other stuff, we're gonna be walking around with glasses that look like freaking Vision Pros, and we're gonna look like super dorks. And I don't know about you, I don't want to look like that. I paid for these with my own money. I've used them all over the world, all over the United States, and every day in my daily life. So with that said, let's just jump right into the freaking pros of the Ray-Ban Metas, okay? And it's, I already kind of alluded to this, it's the looks of them. They look like regular glasses. A pair of Ray-Ban Metas is like 200 bucks, and to spend only like an extra $100 or so, depending on which variant you get, to get a fully functioning electronic smart pair of glasses that looks like a regular pair of sunglasses, is fire. Also, what's dope about these is that there's so many variations of them. When I bought these, they only had the headliners and the Wayfarers. Now they have the Skylers. I think they have another one. They have all of these different color options. They have all of these different lens options if you want like transitions, if you want polarization. You know, they have all of that stuff. I know some of y'all are gonna ask me, like, what glasses are these? And I'm sorry if I'm stuttering, y'all. I did not script this video out. I'm just going off the top of the head. These are the amber large joints. I don't know if they make these or not anymore, but I love these because you can literally see inside with no problem, and they give everything like an orange glow. And outside, they cut out a little bit of light, and they give everything an orange glow outside too. So when it's a cloudy day outside, still sunny to me, bruh. All right, y'all. Number two, the cameras. I think that the image quality for photos and videos, yes, it's only 12 megapixels, and yes, it's only 1080p. Doesn't matter to me. It looks good enough, okay? For posting on Instagram, you know, social stuff like that, vertical content, it looks fantastic. It's colorful, the stabilization is great, it has a whole bunch of microphones in it, and overall, when it comes for like that POV, style content, like I think it works great. I want to talk about what I think the cons are when we get to the con section. I also love that through the firmware updates, you can now film up to 3 minutes long. It used to only be 60 seconds. So you got a lot more time on the clock when it comes to how much stuff you can film at a time with the Ray-Ban Meta. Now, with that said, you're gonna start to see a theme kind of develop throughout this video, and that is that the Ray-Ban Metas are replacing multiple devices, right? So typically, if I wanted to get like action style POV stuff like this, I needed to bring an action camera, which means I need to bring storage cards and all this other stuff, right? Well, I don't need to anymore because I could just do POV content just like this by literally just doing this right on my face, right? And the quality out of these, is it better than an action camera? No, but again, sometimes convenience beats quality, right? Now, they did come out with the Oakley Meta glasses, and those came with a 3K resolution camera, but it's still only vertical. We're gonna talk about that more in a second. Overall, I find that these glasses are way more than good enough for POV content. The quality for me is great. Now, my next favorite thing about the Ray-Ban Metas is the fact that I'm listening to music right now and you can't freaking hear it. Again, here's our recurrent thing. These are replacing something. Are they better than a pair of AirPods? No, but sometimes, okay, convenience is better than quality. And I don't know how y'all walk around with AirPods in your ears all day anyways. That would drive me freaking nuts. Y'all people who do that, you good? Are you okay? Y'all are weirdos. The only time I like stuff being in my ears, or I'm accepting, I should say, of things being in my ears, is when I'm at the gym. Other than that, I don't like stuff in my ears. So the fact that these glasses on my face allow me to listen to music, it's firing the music right into my ears. I'm playing it at a low volume. People around me can't hear it. It's so dope. And at the same time, I got like built-in transparency mode. I can hear everything that's going on around me. The other thing about this is it plays everything back in stereo. So like, let's just say you took a video on these. When you play it back, you can hear where all of the sounds around you were coming from. Also, there's options in the Meta app to connect music services like Spotify. You can just tap it over here, on the side, and it can start the Spotify DJ service for you. Or there's iHeartRadio, iTunes, Shazam, like all types of music services that you can have these act as a partner to, right? But just being able to listen to music, be out and about, not have to worry about bringing a pair of AirPods is fire. And also you can talk on them like a regular pair of AirPods, but we're gonna talk just like the cameras, a little bit more about that when we get over to the con section. The next thing, hate it or love it, is these are connected by Meta. And I know some of you are gonna be like, oh, I'm not giving those Meta a-holes my personal information. I freaking hate Mark Zuckerberg, all of that other stuff. And I'm not gonna invalidate the way you feel, but you logged into your phone, you logged into TikTok and Facebook and your banking app and WhatsApp and Reddit and all of these other apps. Your information ain't safe nowhere. And truthfully, I don't even worry about it because I'm not really doing anything that will make anybody want to come after me anyways. But I'm just playing. I get the concerns. Neither here nor there. It is Meta. So you get access to Meta AI and all of Meta's apps, services, and all the other good stuff. And there is some useful stuff in there. Like now they have the live transcription thing where you can literally, I hope that's what it's called. I think that's what it's called. Anyways, you can turn it on and just have like live dialogue with Meta AI. Looking at stuff and say, hey Meta, what's this? Or what's that? Or, you know, answer this question. You can have like a real conversation and it can, you know, figure things out in the world that is going around you and all the other good stuff. It's pretty fire. The other thing you can do, because it is an AI service, is ask it stuff like you would ask Siri and other AI services out there. And that can be useful for when it comes to like making notes or finding parking spots and all that other good stuff. But you also get the connected apps access because Meta owns Facebook and Instagram, right? So maybe your Instagram live and from your iPhone or Android, and there will be a button that'll pop up. And you can press that button and your viewers can now get the POV version of whatever the glasses see. You can switch back and forth, and that's fire also. So again, love it or hate it, the glasses are connected to Meta, and you do need your phone to access this stuff, but there's a lot of cons that come with this, and I'm gonna talk about that in a few seconds. Overall, before I move on to the cons, I think these glasses are freaking dope. They look sweet, they have a ton of features built into them. They replace other devices. I mean, obviously, those dedicated devices would do a better job, but the fact that the glasses on your face can do some of the stuff that those can do, all while looking dope at the same time. It's fire. So let's move on to the cons. Now, before we do, if you like this video so far, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so that you get notified when new videos go up, because we are almost at 100,000 subscribers, and I would love for you to be a part of the family. Now, with that said, my number one pro about the Ray-Ban Metas is also my number one con about the Ray-Ban Metas, and that is the cameras. I cannot stand how the cameras on the Ray-Ban Metas only film in 9:16 portrait orientation. There's so many times I've been wearing these, wanting to get POV content, and I have to remind myself like, hey bro, this is only vertical, which means in my edit, now I gotta put the little fake blurry background behind the vertical clip just to kind of make it fill the screen, or I gotta punch way in. And 1080p is just not enough resolution to be punching in and out. I guess this is where the Oakley Metas might be a little bit better because they have 3K resolution, but I would have much preferred them give us the option for 16:9 and 9:16 over increasing the resolution to 3K. Also, in the same vein, I praised them for increasing the recording time to 3 minutes, right? But why does there need to be a limit at all? Let me make that decision. If I want to turn off the recording limit, let me turn it off. If I happen to run out of space, fine, I run out of space. If they overheat, fine, they overheat. If I drain the crap out the battery in 30 minutes and I drain the crap out the battery, then let me drain the crap out the battery. Like, it should be my decision. And I'm fine if you put like a little warning on there like they do already, where if you go to unlimited, the glasses might heat up, battery might drain faster, whatever. Like, do all of that, but let me have the freaking choice. Now, I do like it how they gave us a feature where you can upload directly to your Instagram or Facebook or WhatsApp. I think it works with WhatsApp directly from the glasses. So you can just say, hey Meta, Meta, take a picture for my Instagram, and it'll take a picture, send it automatically for you. But the issue with that is you can't edit it at all, right? So you can't add captions, you can't add music. It just goes straight to Instagram or Facebook, whatever the case may be. Then the last thing, I've said this in other videos, the camera is right here, right? So that means when you're looking at something, there's always this bias, right? It's always shifted to one side, because if you want it centered, you have to go like this, right? Or you have to move it over here to be centered. So I wish that they could figure out a way to either use both cameras and give us like a stereoscopic mode or something like that, to where it wasn't always this, you know, this bias to my left-hand side, trying to make sure that everything's framed up. Now, the next thing, and I'm sorry I'm getting hoarse, is battery life. And I'm gonna do battery life with a little asterisk on it, right? Because going back to what I said earlier, if we want all-day battery in these things, the battery's gotta get bigger, which means the glasses gotta get bigger, which means then we look like freaking dorks, okay? So I'm accepting of the battery life, but I'm not gonna act like it's great, because it's not. The Oakleys, they say, have bigger and better batteries, but from what I've seen, they're not that much better either. But the case also irritates me, y'all. And it's a fire case. There's nothing wrong with it, right? Obviously, to charge the glasses, you put it back in the freaking case. But I wish these were magnetic. Sometimes you sit these in there, right? And you got to make sure that they're sitting perfectly in the middle and close it to make sure that they start charging. But I have had times where I've put them in the case and they weren't seated all the way and they didn't charge. So I just wish that there was like a little magnetic thing in there. And the case does recharge the glasses very, very quickly. So it's like when I want to complain about it, I kind of don't, because anytime I'm taking the glasses off anyways, naturally I'm putting it back in the case, and the case naturally charges the glasses back up freaking fast, right? So I won't say like that battery has been a huge deal, but I am noticing that over time, the battery is starting to degrade. And I would like to see more battery life in general out of the Ray-Bans. I think the only solution is to put bigger batteries in them, especially if they beef up the cameras and do all this other stuff. So neither here nor there, battery life is something that just know you're gonna have to contend with. Now the next thing is a small thing. I know we talked about listening to music on them. And again, I wanna circle back to the idea that if we have bigger speakers in here, that means that the glasses need to get bigger, which means then we look like bigger dorks, and we don't wanna look like bigger dorks. So the music coming out of the Ray-Ban Metas, it sounds fine, but just know they do lack that lower end presence that you would get from a larger speaker system. But again, if you want larger speakers, you need larger frames and everything that comes along with that. My biggest issue with the Ray-Ban Metas is the fact that also they are connected to Meta, okay? You can't do anything on the Ray-Ban Metas without your phone. Now, the issue is with our phones, we have access to every single type of AI service you want out there. And again, these don't work without your phone. So yes, you have the convenience of being able to summon Meta with these already being on your face, but your phone is already in your pocket. And the problem, in my opinion, with Meta's AI is so much further behind most of the other popular AIs out there. On your iPhone, you could even switch it to ChatGPT to use as your main search engine, right? ChatGPT is such a powerful tool in comparison to Meta AI. Even Samsung's Gemini is, in my opinion, way better than Meta AI. But with these glasses, you are locked into the Meta AI system. You can't go in there and say, hey, use ChatGPT instead because it's Meta. You hear his bike? Now I'm jealous. Outside of the novelty of showing somebody, hey, look what my glasses can do, I don't use Meta AI at all, because yes, it works in the pinch. Yes, it could do simple stuff. But the moment I wanted to do more or ask more advanced things from it, then at that point, I might as well just pull my phone out if I'm sitting here going back and forth with the glasses trying to get the right thing out of them, right? Even when it comes to like live translation and transcription, the phone works just fine. And a lot of times with the Meta AI app, I don't want to sit there and download the language packs, because you got to physically download the language packs that you want to use, that you want to translate to be able to use it. And once you switch to one, then you got to go back in and re-download the other one that you were using before. So in my opinion, Meta AI is just behind. My last major issue with these, and they've done some stuff to fix this, was the call quality. Now, I'm obviously brown, okay? And a lot of us brown people have fat upper noses, right? And the primary microphone for calls rests right there. So when I first got the glasses, you couldn't really hear me on them because it was blocked by my fat schnoz of a nose. Well, so many people complained about this, so Meta added a option in the menu to enable all the other microphones, which does help out with call quality. And I find that this is such a mixed bag that for me, it's not dependable, because sometimes I get on the phone or FaceTime call and they can hear me just fine. And there's other times where they can't hear me at all, even if the mode is enabled to enable all the microphones. So I don't know if the Oakleys fixed this problem with different mic placement or what the case may be, or maybe I just need a less fat nose, but call quality in this is such a mixed bag. When it works, it's spot on. The noise cancellation, because there's so many mics, it works so good, but when they can't hear me, they can't hear me at freaking all. Now, I will give Meta kudos for all of the firmware updates we've gotten on these glasses. Like, they continually update these things, and it's really great to see. The Meta app has gotten so much better. You can now like say, hey Meta, start a grocery list for me, and it'll retain all that stuff in the app. It retains all of your transcriptions and searches and all that stuff. So the Meta A app, even with my qualms, has gotten better. Now, I've been all over the place. I'm sweating, I'm getting hoarse. Should you buy these glasses in 2025? That's what you want to know. Should you buy them? And I'm gonna say yes, okay? Although they have flaws, although the Oakleys are out there, personally, I think the Oakleys are hideous, and I think these look way better, but although they're not perfect glasses, again, I'm gonna go back to the idea that sometimes convenience beats quality. Are they better than AirPods? No. Are they better than a dedicated action camera? No. Does my iPhone do a better job when it comes to AI? Absolutely. However, the fact that I have all of this stuff right here on my face and a stylish pair of glasses is fire. And they're not that expensive. So I would say if you got an extra $300 laying around, yes, you should buy a pair of Meta glasses because they are fire. I know people that have several pairs of them, and I'm probably gonna grab another pair too. For what they are, they're fantastic. I cannot wait to see what version 2 of these brings. I've heard that they're coming later on in the year. Trust me, I have no further information than that. I'm very curious if it's gonna happen, and I'm very curious to know what you think after watching this video. Do you own a pair? Are you copping a pair? Let me know down there in the comment section, and make sure, again, that you hit subscribe if you like this video. I would really love for you to be a part of the squad. Until next time, I think that's it. I'm out of here. Tight shirt, Terry Warfield. Piece of chicken grease. Much love, y'all. Peace.